Okay, shalom, shalom, kwam yasa Allah, koholoyimla, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Chahakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us his beautiful truth. And just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akhwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. Jachna is coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And this particular video I wanted to do, it says female correctional officer basically caught in 4K getting freak nasty with an inmate inside prison. Now it's two different women in this video. This is this guy, he has a channel called A Different Perspective. He puts together pretty decent content. I check him out here and there because he normally, goes off into the behavior of, a lot of our women, being in this kingdom of the so-called white man. Is just ridiculous, man. But no women should be no women should be surveilling or being an officer over in a male population as far as a prison, because first off, she's not going to be able to handle herself if something was to break out, then and then at the same time too, let me get this scripture real quick. I want to come back to this. What is that? 1 Timothy. Let me just type it in real quick. It's been a minute since I pulled this, but no women. That's not even smart. It's just like women being in the military. I mean, come on. This is the way that the so-called white man thinks. This is how backwards this man is. Yes. 1 Timothy 2:12. It says, "But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence." See, they're not even supposed to have that particular type of authority. Because like I said again, why would, you got, dude's going to be spitting game. You know what I'm saying? And oh my. And women are just, come on, man. They gadding abroad too much these days. But it just don't make no sense for men. Why would men be in a women's prison? Because that's happening in these women's prisons as well. These men, security guards, correctional officers, they're getting with the women. And then you got women in the prison, of populated men, and they're getting with the men. Now, this one lady right here, and I don't want to get a copyright hookup, but basically, let me see if I can scroll to her. You'll kind of see what she looks like.
Fresno County Assistant.
It's a lot. This is her right here. That was her right there. Right. So she's in the prison. Now, what they said, she would cut holes in her pants so that, more easier access. So, she can just basically bend over and let the man slide right in. Like, just ridiculous, man. This is how far she was going to just and she's married. She's married. And then after they caught her, and she might be an Edomite because they gave her a little slap on the wrist. They actually, they caught her. She was giving the inmates razor blades. She was basically she was like, fuck my fellow employees. You know what I'm saying? Because why would she be giving the inmates something that could hurt one of her fellow officers? But she had no business there. This is the thing. Like I said, Esau Edom's kingdom is ran all upside down. Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. This man is everything that the scripture says to not do, this man does. I think that's a separate word. Yeah, Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And that's the so-called white man. Everything that the scripture says not to do, he does it. Everything that the scripture says to do, he don't do it. And then he'll tell you they'll throw the Bible at you, and get to talking about how they're a Christian nation. They used to have you come to the courthouse and put your hand on the Bible, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I'm not sure if they still do that. But that's backwards. That's upside down. Why would you have women surveilling men inmates? You know something is going to, get out of hand, man. You know it's going to eventually be, especially with a lot of these women these days, man, because a lot of women, no matter how they look, really, they're out here looking pretty good, but they're not getting no attention. So in a prison like that, dudes gonna be hollering. They just gonna be saying all kinds of shit off the fly. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, and you're living in days and times now where men are not pushing up on women like how they used to. They just like, oh man, never mind, And the women, so any attention that they can get is kind of, it riles them up, so to speak. And then, some of those guys be in there, man, hey, they working out. Because you ain't got nothing to do but get cocky. They try and keep some dude off your ass. They getting cocky, handsome guy. And they spitting game too, to the chick. And they just falling for it. You know what I'm saying? But, that's freak nasty right there. Where she'll cut holes in her uniform pants. So all she had to do was just ease up. I guess the nigga, what is he hitting it through the bars? It's crazy. But she was giving them all kinds of paraphernalia. She was giving them cell phones, all kinds of stuff. And then after she got caught up, she ended up, she was clearly married. But once she got caught up, she was still calling the inmate that she was dealing with throughout her trial and everything. So, hey, it is what it is. Now, this one right here that you see right here in the middle, this is another lady, another correctional officer. And the guy's sitting there. Look at her. She's sitting there. And the guy's just shoving his fingers in her mouth. And she got caught up. They actually gave the one lady, the first lady, they only gave her 210 days in jail. Can you believe it? That's why I said this might be an Edomite. She might have been an Edomite. Let's get, what's that, Psalms? Because she might just be a so-called white woman. Because, white people, they get a slap on the wrist for the shit that they do. Psalm 73, let me start at verse 3. It says, "For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men." And that's the so-called white race, the Edomites. Esau, Edom, they don't get in trouble like other people, man. They don't get in trouble, especially like how, if this was turned around and that was a so-called black woman and she walking into the prison giving damn inmates razor blades and cell phones and, and she's taking it from the back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, come on, man. And they only gave this lady 210 days, man, in jail. Now, like I said, this one right here, this is still ongoing right here. Now, she's up for 12 counts. They got 12 charges on her. So, they're going to give nigga woman the business, man. But you can clearly see, I ain't going to play it. Like I said, she just sitting there and this dude, he just fingering her mouth. And she's just sitting there talking. But she was, giving up. The way that she got caught, she gave one of the inmates a damn cell phone. And he's recording all the sexual shit on it, And then, how they do a little search. They'll have like a periodical search throughout the prison, like, just off the, the inmates don't know. And they just kind of like, oh, yep, it's search day. And they start searching through the man's cell, found a cell phone that he wasn't supposed to have. And guess who appears on the fucking camera? The damn lady that's guarding the, come on, man. Wicked as hell, man. But let me just grab this one other scripture. I'm not going to keep this long. Hey, but this is why the scriptures talks about women getting abroad, watch your daughters. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it talks about a man staying up all night just worried about his daughter. Because, hey, women can get down, man. They'll get down. They soon as they turn on, man, soon as that flower come on, soon as they start getting that monthly, they start getting that inch that needs to be scratched. Whoo, it's a different world, boy, for him, man, once that happens. And it's a lot. Hey, come on, man. Come on, man. This is Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 20. And this is the scripture that came to mind as soon as I seen that shit. Because the one lady, she was sitting there. Both of them, they just sitting there like, well, what did I do? I didn't do anything wrong. What do you mean? What did I do? No remorse. No nothing, man. Proverbs 30 and 20. Such is the way, let me see. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and said, I have done no wickedness. And then when it goes off into talking about she eateth, these women will go get banged down, slob a man all down, and walk straight into the house and kiss her husband in the mouth, man. Like she has done absolutely nothing. And then when they get caught, act as if nothing. What did I do, honey? What did I do? Or they just won't take no accountability. I've seen plenty of those videos, because a lot of these red pill guys, they going into a lot of this stuff these days, and people are starting to really see like the attitude of women, especially the so-called black women. Like the so-called black woman is just through. They so loose, it's ridiculous, man. Yeah, I mean, the shit is out of control. So you have to know that we're living in the last days, man, and that's why the scripture talks about just like in the days of Noah, just like in the days of Lot. There was a lot of wickedness going on, a lot of sexual lewdness, a lot of, just weirdo shit, man. A lot of tranny type stuff, ABCDEFG people. All that was going on. So we're living in the last days, man. But this shouldn't be. A woman shouldn't ever be working in a men's prison, and a man shouldn't be working in a women's prison. Because, see, America is so out of control that you got women that are in prison just like you got men that are in prison. It never used to be like that. Hell, these damn women, they out here robbing banks, too. They doing drive-bys. They shooting people. They poisoning people, stabbing people, doing, they out here just whatever, man. You see? And then a lot of women are coming up missing. A lot of women, and you see them on the news, be like, damn, that's a pretty lady. I mean, hey, so you can imagine when they're pretty like that, what whoever the kidnapper got her, what they're doing to them. It's like it's a 15-year-old right now. She's missing in Chicago. I just done a lesson on the same area, 2 different women, and I think they're from the Northern Kingdom. 2 different women and already got found killed in the same area. Real pretty ladies. And the 15-year-old, she's a little beauty. She's a little pretty little lady. So, and she's been missing for like about 2 weeks now. So they're figuring she might be dead somewhere. So you have to be, careful out here, man. See, you women, hey, us in general, just us men and women, we need Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man, for protection on a day-to-day basis, all day. Every millisecond of the day, we need the Lord, man. We don't want to ever be under the, never be unprotected by him, man. Because this place is terrible. This place is rough, man. And it's only going to get more rougher. You see what I'm saying? And see, you got women out here that working in a goddamn men's prison, taking the rod, man, on a day. Just say, I mean, come on, man. What do you think is going to happen when you have women around men like that? What do you think is going to... That's the reason why a lot of adultery goes down in America, because you have women in the workplace. Women are leaving home. They're spending more time with some male at a job than they're actually spending with their own husband. What do you think is going to happen over time after them spending, the 8 hours together a day? 40 hours. They spending 40 hours a week together. Then they going to lunch. Oh, yeah, well, let's go get lunch. You even have what they call a work husband. You hear these women, yeah, that's my work husband. Some dudes will even be like, that's my work wife. But the scriptures talks about a man not sitting with with another man's woman, with another man's wife. You're not supposed to be, dealing with women like that, man. You want to go out to lunch? Nope. I brought lunch. So it's a lot of adultery in America, man. I mean, it's really hard to find someone and really just be with them, man. And it's like, because the shit is just so sneaky. It's like, people are so damn sneaky because, like I said, that's the reason why I brought this scripture up. It says, such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. See? And women are real good about, I mean, you won't even, you would never think that they could do anything like that. I was in a relationship way back in the days one time, And, you know, the young lady I was with, she was a virgin and everything. But, hey, heartbroken. But that let me know way back then as a younger man that there's really, you have to just prepare yourself because it can happen at any time. It can happen at any time because you have to realize there are plenty of marriages out here, you know, where you just look at them and you see them together. They're out with the children. They look so happy. You know, you see them. They got the pictures on the wall, the family pictures, the family photos. You know, they've gone on vacation. They just look like this happy, big, happy family. And then all of a sudden, the man done went fucking crazy and shot the whole family up or something like that. After he done figured out that the woman that he was so in love with done cheated on him, you know, so to speak, right? So, I mean, hey, man, you're living in the Americas. Anything is possible. Anything can happen. So if you have somebody, and especially in this truth, man, you got to cherish that, you know, because at least being in this truth, if you have someone that's in this truth, you got a far better chance of succeeding, you know, in a relationship, because both of those people that's in the truth are going to know better. You know, they're gonna think a lot more further than these carnal minded people that's out here, man. And most of these people that be doing this thing, man, they be Christians. They'll tell, oh yeah, I believe in the Lord Jesus, and you know, both of them Christians. You know, a lot of adultery goes on in the church. Straight up. Pastor be sleeping with sleeping with the deacon's wife, deacon sleeping with the pastor's wife. It's just, man, this shit is crazy, man. But like I said again, I just wanted to just bring this out, do a quick lesson on it. And matter of fact, it's one scripture. Yeah, cause she was in that video looking nasty too. I ain't even want to play the video, so like, yeah. But it was on World Star Hip Hop anyway. That's where this particular guy, he ended up getting that the video from. And she just sitting there looking stupid as hell. Like she ain't done nothing. I'm not sure how that is worded. Yeah, I may not be able to find this particular one. But it's it talks about a woman, you know, opening up her quiver to every passerby. I'm trying to think how it's worded. Thirsty traveler or something like that. But it's a metaphor. Yeah, man. Hey, this place is crazy, man. Let me see, though. Not sure exactly how that particular. And then it's the king. So maybe it's not this one. Yeah, this the King James 1611 is spelled things a little bit differently, so it's kind of hard to find certain stuff when you just typing it in. Cause see, they got thirsty spelled two different ways in here. Let me see. Oh, here we go, right here. It's a lot. Found that boy. Oh yeah. Whoo, boy, man. Damn. Let me just start at. Ooh, man, all this. Let me just start at verse 7. Ecclesiasticus, also known as the Book of Sirach, chapter 26 and verse 7. An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that hath hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. God damn. A drunken woman and a gatherer abroad causeth great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. See, that's what I'm telling you. If you look at the video, I would have played it, but like I said, I don't want to get a copyright hookup or whatever. But if you look at the video, there's just no shame at all. Don't even care. Like, what did I do wrong? Why are y'all, why am I here in court? Why are you even, what did I do? Straight up. It says the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and her eyelids. We see that all the time. These women out here with these big ass feather dusters on their eyes, you know what I'm saying? And they just got that look. Come on, man. It says, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly. This is the scripture I was talking about at first. Lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. See? Our women got too much freedom. Too much liberty, too much freedom to, a woman can just jump in her car and go wherever at 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, whatever time of the day she wants to, she can just go and bounce and just go do whatever she wants to do. Because this is America. You can't make a woman, because they call that, hey, that's false imprisonment. You try and hold somebody in a house and they ready to go. You can't just tell no woman you ain't going nowhere and lock her at. Nah, man, your ass going to jail. Because the so-called white man got that covered for her. It says, which over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee. That's what I was talking about. You can't get all you can't be surprised if a woman do you wrong in this community, in this society. You can't, because it's set up for them to thrive in this place, man. Matter of fact, that scripture that goes, what's that, Jeremiah 31:22, I think it is, that talks about the Lord would do a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. Right? And the so-called white man was used to elevate the woman above the man in this society. This is the point that I wanted to get right here, verse 12. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he hath found a fountain, and drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. And metaphorically speaking, what that's saying is she'll give it up, man. She will give it up to whoever is willing to take it. Straight up. That's the attitude of a lot of women out here, man. Straight up. It says, the grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fat his bones. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed, man. A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her continent mind cannot be valued. And that's the type of woman you want, man. But hey, in Esau Edom's kingdom, those women are hard to come by. And you can start off by raising your babies up, and they'll be little sweethearts. But man, as soon as they get old enough to hit that school system, and really just, especially this day and age with the social media, oh my goodness, and then they come around and they all sweet and loving, and you don't know in the backdrop they just being complete demons, man. But that's pretty much about all I wanted to get on that. Yeah, that's enough on that. The point has been made. I just wanted to just touch on this because I seen it and I'm looking like, damn, they just sitting there like, what did I do? I ain't do nothing wrong. But how dare you arrest me for giving up the box at the job? But that really shit. When I heard the sheriff was standing there giving, he was naming off the stuff that she was doing, and I'm like, damn, she cut holes in the crotch of her pants, just enough. So all she had to do was bend over and a man can slide into her. Now that lets you know right there, that's a sneaky, I ain't gonna, let me keep it classy. That's a sneaky woman, man. That's super duper sneaky. Who would think of some shit like that? Who would think of something like that? You God dang, boy. Anyway, with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwam Yashallah.